All right, guys. Damn, that was weird. The computer just completely glitched out. I don't know if it was the plugins or what, but I'm back now. Still no A plus setup, guys. Not taking any of this. I want to see liquidity get swept first and then the IFEG. So apologies for that for anyone that was here. Okay, so technically this 2-minute inverse is working to the upside, guys, but again, I'm not taking this. I'm waiting for sell side. Amazing that it's still working though. If this 2-minute closes above, guys, I would definitely expect continuation here. But for now, it's holding down price, so. Let me take a look at Nike quick, guys. Give me 1 second. One second, guys. Whoops. Ooh, Nike getting some strong selling pressure. I'm hoping that this is the low on Nike, guys. Somewhere around here to bring us higher, but we'll see what we get. Another set of highs just got swept, guys. If you look at NQ, we swept this high with this candle, so be aware of what happens at this high here if we just completely reject. So what I expect, guys, here is to take this out a third time, inverse this, and then rebalance the 5. That's what's looking very likely here. But again, it doesn't mean I'm going to take it. It just means that I'm going to sit and watch it. Wait for a setup to form. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. All right, so no push above the 2 yet. 3 doesn't look great. 5-minute doesn't look great either. Let me look at the 15. There is a 15-minute FEG here. Okay, there is that. We are testing this volume imbalance on the daily still. All right. Yeah, guys, but I'm really not liking this structure so much. It's not a plus to me. I mean, you can see we're probably going to sweep this high a third time here. There it is. And from here, I do not know what's going to happen. We have a tiny 5-minute fair value gap right here, heads up. Very small. Not a lot of people see it. This could be a spot where we reject back to the downside. Definitely possible. If this 5-minute inverses, guys, this 5-minute is next. But again, I wanted this sell side. There's nothing for me to take here, unfortunately, but it is what it is. 1 minute actually looks pretty good here to the upside if we can close above. So the 1 and the 5 have the same high right here for their bodies. So technically, if the 5-minute closes above here, then this should be a free ride all the way up to this buy side. But until we get the close, then there's nothing, guys. So we did not get the close there on the 5. Big push there above internal buy side. Now my guess is that this 5-minute is going to be next, guys, but unfortunately there is no setup to get there. Absolutely zero. The 5-minute still has not closed above. We have another 4 minutes left until we hit that. But yeah, nothing A plus, guys. Again, the ultimate draw for me is the sell side, which is why I never took anything. And that is fine. Okay, guys, you're not going to win every single trade or take every single trade. You just have to be sometimes. And that is just the reality of the markets. If it doesn't meet your criteria, you don't take the trade. do want to check one thing, guys, here quick. Let me look at Riot. I might be looking to sell some puts on Riot here. I think I'm going to sell the Riot 980 puts. Let's see what I can get for that. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So there's the 5-minute rebalance. Possibly we go higher here. If this 5-minute inverse is for sure, I'll take some longs or I'll look for longs. And then we'll target the equal highs for the end of the day. But if we just reject here and take out sell side, then that'll be an even better setup. So we'll see what we get. If there was a nice 1 minute here, guys, I would have loved to take that short. But there's no really nice 1 minute that's set up. If this closes below, guys, we should dump all the way back down to the sell side, possibly. But still nothing that I love. Trying to see if anything's cleaner on the 2. Ooh, the 3 minute, actually. This 3 minute inverse looks really clean, guys. Ooh, that looks so clean. So we took out buy side. We're inversing on the 3. It's kind of small. I mean, we're not really getting an entry, unfortunately. But this should come down to this low and then potentially take us lower. Again, I'd love to see the sell side get swept, and then once we do, then we'll look for the longs. But yeah. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. So I took the camera off because I was eating. Didn't want to have you guys watch me chew and just like straight up zoom. But I do think that, I mean, this 1 minute inverse here, so we're probably going to go back up to buy side here and probably to equal highs. If the 5 minute inverses, guys, then I will attempt to take a long up to buy side and then up to equal highs above. But until then, there's nothing. There's really anything can happen here, right? We could reject from this 5 minute again. It could be a fake 1 minute inverse. We have a lot of bearish PD arrays here that we still have rejected from the 5. On the 3 minute as well, we rejected from a 3 minute for value gap. So too many scenarios here could play out for me to take anything. So guys, unless there's a surefire trade, there's nothing that I like to take, ever. If you guys want to try along here at this order block, if it forms, I would move my stop to break even at this high with the anticipation that we inverse and we go all the way back up. So again, guys, this is the main PD array holding down price on the 5. So I would want to see this potentially get rejected from to go down. If we inverse it, guys, I think this high is coming. I'd move my stop to break even here and I'd hold up to the equal highs. I think that would be a great trade. But until that happens, guys, there's nothing that I can take. Pfizer looks interesting here. We're almost about to hit this buy side liquidity. I want to look on the 5 and see, did we ever hit it anywhere? No, we didn't. We didn't rebalance the weekly, and it looks like we're bull flagging here, guys. So I actually don't mind taking Pfizer as a trade here. Take profit would be at the buy side liquidity, and then stop loss would be back below in the body of this candle. Actually looks really good to me. So again, guys, tons of LRLR forming here. We might be just going down to trade into the 1 minute and then go further up. But yeah, I mean, I like this. I do. Maybe if we get one more limit order. Yeah, guys, I'm going to try this. And my take profit on the trade is going to be at the buy side. So it's going to be like a 1-for-1, a little bit more. And there's TP, but I didn't get filled, so. Nice set of equal highs formed here. Let's see what happens with them. And they just got taken out. So this doesn't look half bad, honestly, guys, as a 1 minute short. Traded into a 5, took out an internal high, at least to this low and this low, and then potentially lower, but again, guys, not my setup, so just sitting and waiting. So this could potentially be a 2022 model short here from this IFEG, or from this fair value gap. Maybe we get the dump now. No equal lows anywhere, so. We'll see what happens here, guys. Again, if the 5 minute inverses, this is where I'm going to go long, take profit at buy side, and secondary TP at the perfect equal highs up here. But until we get that, we're sitting and we're being patient. You can see an immediate rejection from this 5 minute high. And currently we are still bouncing out of the 1 minute right here. So we could use this to drive higher, but again, that's not my intent yet. If we support price by inversing this 1 minute, inversing the 5, inversing the 3, then we will target buy side. But until then, guys, there is no setup for me to take. We will just be patient. I still believe that the draw is lower. And again, why is that? I'll delete this sell side that we swept here. But I do still think that the hourly sell side from this low on NQ is coming, right? A lot of people that are long have their stops below this wicks low right here. So I think that's the ultimate draw, and then from there we can look for real retracements, but until we really get that, I'm not going to be trading with much size because there's so much manipulation that can happen between those 2 points. So I will try this with 1 MNQ to buy side, stop to break even there, and then I'll target these equal highs as well. But until, again, once we get the setup, I have to sit and be patient and wait, right? That's the thing, guys. Most traders cannot sit for more than 20 minutes without having to click a button. So if you are able to sit patiently, like we've been at the charts for, what, a few hours at least now, and we have not taken a single trade because nothing met our criteria. And that happens some days, but your ability to be patient and sit and wait for that is key. If you can't do that, you will never be profitable. It's that simple. So if this 1 minute inverses, guys, that will continue my bias of continued bullishness out of this 1 minute IFVG. That will then allow us to close above the 3 and the 5, which you can see right here on this chart. This is that 5 minute. So if we get a close above that, my target will be buy side, and then the second set of equal highs will be where I leave runners to. If you guys want to try a 1 minute setup, this, I would give it maybe a 6 out of 10 because we already had an inverse here. We already took buy side, so the odds of this working are slimmer. However, I still think it's probably going to fill, and I think we're going to touch the top of the 5 minute FEG. That's my guess here. For those of you who are tuning in, again, I'm sorry that earlier something happened with this new Mac Mini and it lagged out, so I had to reset it. But we just inversed another 1 minute. My guess is we're going up to buy side here and probably up to the top of the 5 minute FEG. That is what's holding down price right now, so I'm guessing we're going to go up to rebalance it in the macro time. This is the type of day, guys, again, it's also a Friday of Christmas week. Like, the odds of you getting an A plus setup are slim. But again, if this 5 minute inverses to the upside, it's not going to be the best RR trade. Our take profit will be here, but we will have to take a partial at this buy side right here. So it's going to be less than a 2.5 to 1 trade, unfortunately, but it'll be okay. We'll see what happens. So the 1 minute is working so far. Stop to break even on this trade if you're in it is going to be at this high if we get it. And then I would just leave. I would take a partial at the top of the 5 minute because that's where we're going to rebalance. Then we might have some manipulation down, ultimately driving us up to this buy side. But that's what I would do if I were you guys. I would move my stop to break even here, take a partial at the top of the 5 minute right here, and then I would leave runners up to here in case we come up to the top of the 5, come down, come back up again. So many different things that can happen here. Very beautiful push here. Again, the 5-minute fair value gap is holding down price. So either we're going to go to the mean threshold of it, which is the 50% level, or we're going to go up to the top of it. Probably the top of it if I had to guess. But immediate bearish reaction here, which is very interesting. After filling this 1 minute, we do have a 1 minute above it too. So we do have 2 sets of order blocks here as well on the 5 that we just closed above. So what's probably going to happen here is we trade down into the 5 minutes to then drive us higher, which is what you're seeing here. And my guess is that we're going to come up and fully balance the 5-minute FEG. So this gap here that you see between this box and the candles that are printing right now, this gap should be filled. And then from there, it's anybody's guess. If you get a close above, again, guys, that will be my signal to go long. However, it is 10:36, so we have another 4 minutes until the 5-minute close. So I don't know if we're going to get an entry here. We'll have to see. But in theory, this does look good. It looks like a good setup up to this buy side, because you have to think everybody that's been short all day, right, on this 400-point move, does have a stop loss above this high. So the market, the algorithms are driving price up to the algorithm's high, up to the market's high to stop out traders who are short. Because everybody that's short from this whole leg move down has their stop loss above this high. So if the market is truly bearish, we should reject from this 5-minute. But this is generating a lot of liquidity to the downside too. A lot of people are shorting this 5-minute. If we close above it, this is going to get stopped out. That liquidity is going to get stopped out. It's going to generate a lot of liquidity to either drive the market lower or to drive the market back up. So that is the theory behind it. If you guys don't believe the markets run on an algorithm, I'm sorry to tell you, you are severely wrong and you have been brainwashed and misled into believing something that's not true. I don't think buying and selling pressure is real. I think that the markets run entirely on algorithms. Okay, 1 second, guys. I think that's my dog. Let's check. Let's check. Hi, Lulu. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Oops. Come here. Okay. So we have another 2 minutes until the candle close on the 5, and you can see here that there's no bullish candles above the 5 yet. So this could just be a rejection. Nothing that I see A plus here regarding the 5-minute FEG, but I still think this is going to at least drive up to here. Should we try a scalp here, guys? A 1-to-1 scalp? To fill the 5-minute. I think I'm going to try a 1-to-1 scalp here, guys. And the objective here is to fill the 5-minute FEG. If I get stopped out of the trade, I get stopped out of the trade, but it is what it is. It's very small, 1 micro. If this high gets swept, guys, I will move the stop to break even. And what I'm going to do actually is move the take profit 1 or 2 ticks below the top of the 5 minute. Okay, so my stop is going to be moved to break even here, guys. We should fill the top of the 5 here. Keyword should. Doesn't mean we're going to, but we should. In fact, my stop is going to be at this body's low here. I may TP here. I think I'll just wait. Okay, so my order just got filled there. All right, so there's there is a 1 micro scalp, guys. And now if the 5 minute does manage to close above here, now we do still have, what was that alert for? Nike. If the 5 minute does close above here, this is an entry for a long. We still have 4 minutes until the candle close. So you guys see how I was able to scalp up to fill the 5 minute FEG. But this should be a signal to enter long. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we close above and then we come all the way back down to the bottom of the 5 and then go up. So I won't just immediately buy this 5 minute FEG inverse. I will potentially look for a retracement. And we'll have to see how the candle closes in basically 3 minutes from now. So we'll see what happens. So guys, just remember the thesis behind this trade, right? We swept sell-side liquidity right here, and we're now inversing a bearish PD array that's holding down price. So realistically, this should drive us up to the internal buy side. Now this is a protected high, if I'm not mistaken, because we did sweep liquidity and reject from a fair value gap, but I still think it will work. Because we did sweep this high and this high and this high with this move, and we rejected from a 1 minute. So it's technically protected, but regardless, I still think it's a good long if 5 minute is able to close above. If it's not, then it's not. Also, guys, we do have a 3 minute inverse, so I would only take this trade if the 3 and the 5 close at the same time. So I know that the 5 minute low is here, but unless the 5 minute candle closes above the 3 as well, there's no way for me to take this. So hope that makes sense to you guys, but there's especially when you're in a bearish, like in a sell program, you want to be extra aware as to whether or not a trade is working or not. And that means sometimes looking at the 3 and the 5 and only taking it if both the inverses close above. Okay, so nice close so far. We are closing above on the 5, but we did not close above on the 3, guys. So notice how I am anticipating that this potentially rejects. I'm waiting for a 3-minute close above as well to take the long. Okay, so this candle closes at in 3 minutes. So I need to see a close very close to here. Stop to break even at this high, full TP at the equal highs. Is anyone going to take this long? For those of you who are watching, if anyone even cares to comment. If this 3-minute inverse is who's going to take this long. Now, it's possible that we just blast through this without even giving an entry. But again, I'm being extra cautious. It's a Friday after Christmas. And we're in a sell program. We missed sell side liquidity below. If this liquidity was swept, guys, I'd be much less hesitant to take this long. But because we still have this obvious hourly sell side, I'm not as inclined to just long because this 5-minute inverse. I need to see the 3 and the 5 close above. And if that means being patient and missing an entry, I'm fine with that. Okay, I'd much rather miss a trade and wait for confirmation than chase a trade and lose it and then mess up all of my data and my back testing and go on tilt. It's terrible. Like, it's just not worth it. And if you trade for long enough, guys, you will realize that what I'm saying is the truth. A lot of you want to chase quick money. You want the dopamine. You want the excitement. But I'm telling you right now, over time, that will fade. If you keep going with trading, over time, it's going to fade. Either you just keep losing money day after day and week after week and month after month, or something in your brain finally flips where you're like, you know what? I don't care about chasing trades anymore. Let's just wait for A+ setups. Wait for the perfect confirmation and just take the trade. Like, don't rely on emotions, just rely purely on a setup. Your life will be so much easier, I promise you. So now, guys, the 5-minute has closed above. We are waiting for the 3 minutes close above, and the stop loss in the trade is going to be a 5-minute close back below the fair value gap. Excuse me. So you guys see here in this whole leg of PA, the only trade that I took was this mini scalp. Only trade. Nothing else all day. One trade the whole day. I sat and was patient and ended up taking my profits. I mean, it's tiny. It was small. It was micro contracts for this funded account. But you can see how patient I am waiting for trades. It's not about the money. It's about the setup. This is for a funded account that I'm trying to run up to 52,600. My max risk for the day on this account is $200. Okay, and if I'm going to try a one-to-one scalp, guys, that isn't really the best setup in the world, I am going to keep it very small. And even with this trade, because I know we're in a sell program and I know that we have sell side below, I will not take this long with more than 1 micro on this account. If this sell side was swept, guys, and then we got an inverse, I would be longing with probably 3 to 4 micros. Even with the size of the moves today, because it's just so obvious that we're going to reverse. But now this could easily be manipulation to take us back down. So you have to be super careful about longing before the main draw on liquidity, which I've told you guys before is this 4-hour wick, before that main wick is taken. Okay, so this candle closes at 51. So let's see if we get the close above. $30 left until the candle close, guys. Let me make sure there's no 1 minute fair value gaps I'm missing. There's nothing here. So I don't know if we're going to get the entry here, unfortunately, guys, but looks like buy side's going to happen. The RR here is terrible now. I wanted to see the candle close right here and wait for a retracement, so I'm probably not going to take this. Yeah, I'm not going to take this, guys, but we should still hit buy side. The reason I'm not taking this, guys, is because of this sell side. That's it. If this sell side wasn't here, if we swept it already, then I would have taken the trade for sure. But I'm not going to take this type of RR trade. My stop has to go to break even at this high. I'm going to get stopped out before the real move happens to the equal highs. It's just not worth it. Because if I'm wrong and this is going to reverse here, then it'll be a huge down move. So it's just not worth it. Okay, there's the buy side, guys. If you took that trade, congratulations, but you have to realize now your stop needs to be at break even, because if this is going to reverse here, you're going to get stopped out, and very high chance here you're going to get stopped out in the trade. If you get lucky, this is just going to keep pushing up to the equal highs, but I hope you do get lucky, but it's just a terrible RR to me, and that's why I didn't take it. And guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Make sure you like and subscribe. If I see an A+ setup here, I will call it in the Discord. So I'll call it on the trading floor. If you guys are interested, you can join. But apart from that, guys, I will see you on Monday. No trading tomorrow, right? It's Saturday. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out to everyone involved. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow, or see you on